Hi, it's Jenna Tuck from the Fun Music Company, and today I want to share with you a fun idea for using the iPad in the music classroom. Now, as you're probably aware, right now we've got our virtual music education conference going on. As part of this year, we've introduced what we're calling Tech Talks, which are quick hands-on sessions designed to give you real practical and worthwhile ideas that you can really use in the classroom. So today I've just got a quick little sample of one of these sessions for you at no cost at all. Of course, if you've purchased a ticket to the conference, you can log in right away and watch the full tutorial. But I thought you would enjoy just this little excerpt to start off the day with, whether or not you're registered for the conference. Now this comes from a full tutorial which was released just the other day to conference participants, and it's about what to do with the iPad. Now, like it or hate it, the iPad is pretty well entrenched in some schools. Some schools require students to bring their own and ask the parents to pay sometimes up to $1,000 for the top model of iPad. Therefore, it puts the teacher under huge pressure to make sure that the iPads are used in the classrooms. Some schools have class sets, and others use this bring your own system, which I could see have huge issues, in that some kids will have the latest, greatest top line model, and some kids will have one that are a couple of years old. So what do we do? Well, at the time of this recording, there are literally thousands of music-related apps in the App Store. Some are free, some cost money, anywhere from 99 cents to hundreds of dollars. So what do we do? Where do we start? I'm going to recommend just one app. It's free and it's really great to use, and anyone can get it. Now, I'm sure pretty much anyone who is watching this and has done one or two things with the iPad will know which app I'm talking about. Yes, it's GarageBand. Now, this used to cost money, but about a year ago, Apple made it free. Now, this is great news, of course, for us music teachers, as it gives us a platform which should become just about universal for this device. You can spend just a few dollars on extra instruments and sounds for it, but the basic app allows you to do most things for free. So what shall we do with it? Well, I'm going to give you a set of 4 lessons with task sheets for the students so that they have to complete them and get them initialed by the teacher. Now, of course, this might be one lesson for some kids if they're highly musical and right into the iPad, but GarageBand is so popular, this might just be second nature for some of them. But if you approach it in that they have to complete the assignments and give the scope of creativity, as you'll see in this, then you'll enjoy this no matter how much experience you have or they have. Lesson number 1, drum beats. In the first lesson of this project, the students are going to record their own simple drum beat. Now, I would do this with a middle school, junior high class around about the time that they're doing real drums. Obviously, I think that playing on iPads does not replace real instruments. Therefore, you should still be teaching them basic rock beats like this one on the board, using hands on their laps, using sticks on the drum pads, and of course using the drum kit itself. However, as an alternative, as an additional activity to learning it on the drums, then you can do this activity. Have them open GarageBand, then start a new song by choosing Create New Song. Now up will come this funny looking menu where you can swipe from one instrument to another. You want to choose drums, not smart drums, as we're going to cover that in another session, but just the plain drums. Now, of course, if you play around, you'll see that they have a lovely time making lots of drum noise. Now, you might want to consider making headphones mandatory for music class. I think I would. Okay, so once you've got the wiggles out of them, have this drum beat put on the board and explain that it is really 2 voices, which is just the snare and bass drums, and which is the hi-hat. This is also on their assignment handout, which was provided for you below this video. Get them to practice just the bass drum and snare drum voice. Note that they're learning a 4-bar pattern, stopping in the 4th bar. Then just practice the hi-hat voice using 8th notes or quavers. Then Once they are ready, they need to record the beat, not forgetting to stop the 4th bar. It's not difficult to do, but they need to do each part separately, once for the bass and snare, and then the hi-hat. Firstly, they need to set the iPad to only 4 bars long. The iPad is set up to record 8 bars by default, but 4 bars is much more manageable at first. Now you do that by pressing this little plus sign here and clicking where it says A section and making it 4 bars. You'll notice that the iPad makes it really easy as it repeats and records in a looping fashion until you stop it. So you can do the bass and snare on the first repeat and then the hi-hat on the second. Now of course, this might be a little easy for some classes or way too difficult for others. It's always up to you, of course, to choose what is suitable. A lot of students and teachers like me at first get confused with what is recorded and what isn't. And then they get a bit freaked out when they discover something has been recorded and they don't know how to get rid of it. So what you have to do is simply click on this icon here. And this switches to the track view where you get a visual representation of the notes you recorded. If you want to throw it out and start again, well, you simply double tap it until this menu comes up and then you hit delete. Then you can click the drum again and go back to the drum kit to record again. Okay. So what I would do is make sure that every student can do that. They would have to get task A signed off before they can go on to the next task. So what do you think? Was that useful? You can download the assignment sheet for this lesson below this video. Now, everyone who is registered for the Virtual Music Education Conference can log in right now and access the complete tutorial, which covers 4 whole lessons. And there's 3 tasks for each lesson. Therefore, depending on the ability of your class, this unit could be as much as a full term's worth of work for your students. Now, if you're not registered for the virtual conference, then that's no problem at all because tickets are still available now and you can access this tutorial as well as other ones as soon as you register. Not to mention gain from the wisdom of 18 of the world's top music educators. So as always, let me know how you get on and let me know whether you'd like to see more lessons like this in the future.